Question of the day, where I answer your question. Let's go. Monty Monet 432. Could you make a video explaining everything you need to set up a computer rig like you're using? Please, Ola. Thank you. This is a very, very big question, but I'm gonna try and simplify the answer right here, and maybe at some point I'll do more of a detailed video. But basically what he's asking about is that, you know, how I can plug in myself, like a guitar, into a computer, recording the sound with Ola using like a pedal, you know, plug in the nano cortex in here and make it sound good and all that. You need a computer. I'm using Mac computers, and I've been using Mac computers since the early 2000s, and I just stuck with that. You can do the same with PC as well. There's nothing wrong with PCs at all, but I'm just very used to the Mac way. And that's the first thing you need. The second thing you need is an audio interface, okay? And this is what a layman would say is a sound card. There are small ones, there are big ones. Let me see if I have a small one down here. I think at this point I actually can't just unplug it and not break anything. Except that sounds like ass. So here's a small one, for instance. This is a UAD Volt 1, and it's as simple as can be. It has one input right there, and this is where you will connect your guitar or your microphone. Say if you want to play guitar straight into an interface like I'm doing. You know, I have a guitar connected straight into my audio interface right here, and that's how I record my sound with Olas and all that. You can connect that here as well. With this type of input, you can also connect a microphone. So if you want to speak or record a guitar amplifier, you can use that as well. On this unit, you also have two monitor outputs. That's where you will place your speakers. But if you're more of a headphone guy, you want to play in silence, there's headphones outputs as well. In terms of hardware, except for the guitar and the cables and all that, that's basically all you need to be able to pull off a setup like this. Plugins and stuff like that from Neural DSP, for instance, they come as standalone apps. So you can basically load up the app, you choose the audio interface as an input and output, and then you can play just immediately. You don't need any extra programs or anything like that. You have the plugins right there. But if you want to expand and record yourself with drums, or like use the sound with all the drums or something like that, you need a DAW, which is a recorder, basically, a digital recorder and mixer. I'm using Logic Pro X, but there's also for PC like Cubase, Pro Tools, Reaper, that is available for free. I've heard good things about it. And PreSonus Studio One, for instance. So there's plenty of these, GarageBand even. And there's simpler ones, there's more advanced ones. Start with a simpler one, maybe, just to learn the aspects of recording yourself and the tracks and the listings and mixers and all that. It's a little complicated, but anyone can learn. I mean, I learned back in the day. It was fairly simple. But I think the last thing I want to mention is like, okay, Ola plugged in like a simple Boss pedal into his rig. Like, how can it make it sound so good? Because if I connect a Boss pedal into just a audio interface, listen to it, it sounds like shit. It sounds so shrill. Well, that's because you're listening to the pedal by itself. What you need to do when you plug in like a Boss Melson, for instance, into an audio interface like this, is that you have to emulate the cabinet and power amp of a real amplifier. And you can do that through different plugins, like the Neural DSP ones, for instance, where you can shut off the amplifiers and all that and just utilize the cabinet section. Then it will start to sound more like it should, you know? So I know there's a lot of details to go through, but I figured that would be like a quick little route and, you know, something you can start by. And then there's several tutorials out there on YouTube that you can watch on the different subjects. I know you can get this going, man, and I know you can do it. It's fairly simple once you get the hang of, you know, how it works and understand, you know, the understanding about how it works.